1,307 days on the halving, fear and greed sitting at 39, which is fear, and Bitcoin is currently trading at a 60.7k. On a forum time frame, we're still trading below the 200 EMA on a forum time frame. We had some fake out there. Again, we're still trying to push the resistance to have a breakout, to have at least a confirmation there. But again, we're making so many tries and no success there so far. But this one is actually looking pretty close one, pretty close one in general. You can see there's some uptrend is starting to happen, and the more we are pushing this resistance, the closer we're getting for a successful breakout. So that's the forum time frame. On a daily time frame, as obviously everything's looking much better. On the daily time frame, we're trading way above the 200 EMA, which is pretty nice. When it comes to the other EMAs, they're working for us as a resistance kind of. So it would be 50 and 100 EMA. Currently on a daily time frame, 50 and 100 EMA is working for us as a resistance. So yeah, obviously we're trading in the middle of the falling channel on a daily time frame, which is still kind of neutralish zone. At least we're trading above the 60k, which is pretty nice. On a weekly time frame, the previous high or candle was 61.8k, and the current one 61.8k, and slightly above it. We actually made a slight push when it comes to highs of the candles compared to the previous one, so that looks nice. That is signaling a pretty bullish sentiment there on the weekly time frame. So yeah, we're hoping to break above the current high of a weekly candle. On a monthly time frame, everything is looking as it was looking before. Again, pretty big time frame, hard to change. 20 EMA for us still working as a support. Monthly MACD is still looking pretty bearish, having some bearish sentiment momentum there on the monthly MACD. Yeah, but when it comes to the candles, again, the shadow candles getting bought up pretty quickly, so that is pretty nice. So let's switch to the Ethereum. Ethereum is not having that big of a momentum compared to the Bitcoin. Actually, it's underperforming slightly. It's pretty visible on Ethereum Bitcoin pair. We're still trading at the bottom of the falling wedge, which is pretty visible in daily time frame and on a weekly. When it comes to the Ethereum Bitcoin pair, we're still trading below all of the EMAs there, but yeah, Ethereum is definitely underperforming there. Because of that, Bitcoin dominance is slightly having some pump compared to the previous days, currently sitting at 57.2%. Ethereum dominance kind of trading at the bottoms of the last 2 years, still in this range, 15%, roughly 15%. No significant moves there. So yeah, Ethereum is definitely underperforming compared to the Bitcoin. Gold still trading at the highs, 2.5k. 2 days ago we made an all-time high that is sitting as a current all-time high. As SPY S&P is still making some highs, not an all-time high, not a new all-time high, just a recent just a couple of weeks ago we had so many talks about the recession, and look at the current V-shaped recovery that we're having right now, which is extremely impressive. That's a really fast recovery that we had on S&P, and same goes to the Nasdaq, but not that fast of a momentum there when it comes to the comparing to the S&P. Slightly underperforming compared to the S&P recovery, but still having the V-shape there. But S&P is pretty visible, is almost reaching a couple percent more, and we're gonna have a new all-time high on S&P. Again, just a couple weeks ago we were talking about the a recession. There was so many talks about a recession. Now we're about to hit new all-time high. So that's pretty much all TA for the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other financial assets. Let's move on to the news. So we've been talking about the Kamala Harris and her stance on crypto for quite some time, and her stance was none. Obviously, she was pretty silent there, and she finally took a stance. So, breaking news coming from Kamala Harris, and Kamala Harris to back measures to help grow Bitcoin and digital assets in the U.S. So she's gonna help grow Bitcoin, I guess, and not just Bitcoin in general, digital assets there. News coming from Bloomberg. So she took like a positive side, pretty bullish sentiment there. I would say coming from her when it comes to the Bitcoin. Again, they mentioned Bitcoin specifically, so it's pretty nice. So again, having positive sentiment from Kamala Harris, from Democratic candidate, and also Republican candidate when it comes to the Bitcoin is pretty nice. We need all of the politicians on our side. That would be more liquidity to us, again. Also on the news, Bitwise SIO says that we're going to see the next wave of institutional investors coming to Bitcoin. So yeah, it's pretty obvious that a lot of whales are coming to the Bitcoin because upcoming bull market is about to happen in, I don't know, in the next couple of weeks or if maybe months, but still it's about to happen. Also, Bitwise is saying that Bitcoin could hit 100 to 200k price target. Based on what we're seeing, it could be even higher. There is simply too much demand and not enough of supply, which is pretty the usual talks when it comes to the Bitcoin limited supply, you know that. And the demand is extremely high there, and especially coming from institutionals. But yeah, 100k, 200k, 100k is definitely that everybody is thinking about, that we will reach the 100k. 200k, I don't know, we'll see. That's again, it's pretty big market cap we're having. Currently, we're sitting at 60.7k on a Bitcoin, and the market cap is sitting at 1.2 trillion. We can go higher, that's for sure, but you know, reaching like a couple more trillions, you know, we need some time for that. It's definitely need some time for that. But we'll see how big of a FOMO people would have, the retail would have, or even institutions will have. But you can see institutions already is getting into Bitcoin nowadays. Also, Robert Kennedy to endorse Trump on Friday, breaking news. So yeah, recently we had some positive words from Trump on Robert Kennedy Jr. and he's about to endorse Trump on Friday. It's just one more day left. So also in the news coming from Dubai, Tether to launch a stablecoin pegged to a United Arab Emirates currency, which is dirham. So yeah, Tether would be, I guess, having some exposure there in Dubai. I'm just saying Dubai is just easy to say, you know. United Arab Emirates is just such a hard thing to pronounce, so I'm just saying Dubai. So we're gonna be saying Dubai. So Tether to launch a stablecoin pegged to the Dubai currency, the dirham, which is again pretty good adoption there. And Tether is obviously bullish on crypto in general. Also on the news, not that big of involvement when it comes to the crypto, but still, Iran could produce nuclear bomb by the end of this year, says the US intelligence officials. It's pretty concerning news coming from US intelligence and Iran, I guess. Also in the news, Bitcoin volatility ramping up about all-time high levels as price retests 62k. Again, volatility is definitely happening in a Bitcoin, but we still doesn't matter how big volatility are, we're still gonna be hodling and waiting for the bull run. Again, just be patient. Don't be there. Don't go FOMO that bad. Don't get into FOMO. You know. And the last news coming from national debt, which is again we're having a lot of news about national debt, which is not that different from previous one. It's just it's growing. So yes, national debt is currently sitting at 35 trillion. So yeah, it's pretty big debt, but again, hard to force America to pay when you got the biggest army. So yeah, that's pretty much all news for today. All of the TA for today. Obviously hoping for a breakout out of the falling channel on a daily time frame for the Bitcoin would be pretty nice, and a forum time frame hoping to finally have a successful breakout. We're definitely having some uptrend there that is happening, and you know, breakout on a 4 hour time frame would be signaling extreme bullish momentum there, and at least on a short time frame would be pretty bullish momentum there, and maybe we'll test the we'll have another test of the top of the falling channel. That would be like roughly 69k, and you know, if we're gonna have a breakout, waiting for the new all-time high, it would be pretty nice. So yeah, to the moon, to the moon, to the moon.